Hey everyone, Richard here. We have another episode of Unlocking Key Issues. This will be episode 4, I believe. Today we're going to be looking at this book right here, Amazing Spider-Man 252 from May of 1984. I'm sure most of you recognize this book, first appearance of Spider-Man's iconic black costume. Before we actually get into the book, we're going to do a little sort of myth-busting about this book. This book has a lot of confusion in that it is said to tie with Marvel Team-Up 141 for the first appearance of the costume. Spectacular Spider-Man number 90 is considered also another early appearance of this costume. And Secret Wars 8 is also considered the origin of this costume. Debunk right away, Secret Origin is just the origin, it's not the first appearance, but in continuity it does happen before this book. So whether or not publish date or continuity date is important to you, either way. But we're looking at published dates for this. So I'm going to show a little image right now of the 3 books in question. This one, Marvel Team-Up 141, and Spectacular Spider-Man 90. So all 3 of those books have the same cover date of May 1984. And frankly, I think this is what Overstreet, CGC, and all those companies based their first appearance off of. And it's lousy research is really what it is. Cover date is not the same as release date and not the same as copyright date. I'm going to show another image right now showing the copyright dates of these books. Okay, so as you can see, the copyright date for Amazing Spider-Man 252 is January 10th, and the sale date was January 31st. The copyright and sale date of the other 2 books is 2 weeks later. This means that this book right here is actually the first appearance of this costume. The other 2 books are late appearances and not actually the first appearance. It's an error in Overstreet and in CGC and all the grading services. And like I said, lousy research. There's plenty of sources to look this up. I'm going to show an image with just some of the text documents you can actually look for to find these copyright dates and sale or release dates. But you can also look in the Library of Congress. It's all easily verifiable. I'm not the first person to find this stuff. You can find it with a little research. It's just lousy reporting on sort of the big guys in comic book grading and collecting. But anyway, that's that. Let's get into the book. So here we are. We open up with this splash page. And basically, in these first few pages, they're discussing that all the heroes seem to be missing. They're not quite sure where, and they're complaining that Peter Parker isn't providing them enough images as to where these guys are. Then we have the first image of the Black Spider-Man's costume, them returning from Secret Wars. What's interesting about these pages is this little reintroduction of Spider-Man basically showing up out of nowhere and celebrating his return is also seen in Marvel Team-Up 141. The difference is in Marvel Team-Up 41, it's told in the past tense. In this book, it's happening in real time. So this actually is taking place before Marvel Team-Up 41. So in continuity, this is also the first appearance, not just the publishing date. Spider-Man goes and tries to find his stuff, and he's sort of getting used to his costume in this issue. A bunch of really cool scenes. It's kind of very Peter Parker, but one of the first things he thinks of to do is call his Aunt May and see how she's doing. And then Black Cat is looking for him. Reference to her getting her new powers happens in this book. I'm actually a little spoiler hint. I'm going to be doing her first appearance eventually as well. But we continue through it. Peter Parker's getting used to the symbiote, basically. And he ends up deciding that he's not going to share any of the pictures he took when he was away on Secret Wars. He ends up deciding that he can't sleep, and he goes out into the town, and just has fun, really. Like I said, he's still getting used to his new costume and powers in this issue, so it's kind of fun just seeing what's going on with that. He actually finds 2 people who are fighting over a silly issue and decides to basically show them the city, make them appreciate the city. Lots of great images in this book. This is the last page. They actually say it right here, but because this was the first appearance of this suit, they threw in an extra pinup to show it off. Just a really, really great first key issue. And hopefully I helped clear some of the confusion as to this key issue. This is the first appearance of the black suit. Frankly, I think you should own all of those books if you're a fan of Spider-Man, but if you want the true first appearance, this is the one to go after. But yeah, that's basically all I have to show. Hope you guys enjoyed. I hope some of you learned some of it. I'm sure some of you already knew, but, you know, I have never seen this really talked about in the YouTube comic community, so I figured, why not? I'll show it, tell you guys about it. And that's that. Hope you guys enjoyed, and take care.